Well, we just got off the freeway. We got a phone call about 5 minutes ago about a young golden eagle that is out here west of Cedar City, out by Iron Springs and Highway 56. And so we're racing out to see it. This is the time of year where the young golden eagles first start flying, and they frequently get separated from mom and dad, and they end up starving to death and not being able to feed themselves. And I normally get half a dozen or so of these young goldens in absolute critical condition. This particular eagle sounds real bad. It's the people were able to just pick it up, and it's just laying in. They have a hatchback car. They've just laid it in the hatchback of their car, and it just isn't moving. So this is not a good situation, but that's basically kind of what we do, is try to rescue these guys. So we'll be there in about 10 minutes and see if we can get this young eagle and get it back to the rescue center and see if we can save its life. So we'll talk to you in just a few. Okay, looks like we've arrived. We've got people right here all around. Make sure nobody don't hit anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a young golden.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hey,
Thanks for calling. It doesn't look good.
Kiddo, you having a bad day, sweetie? I got you. You're all right.
You got picked up without getting grabbed, huh?
So, yeah, so we actually used that to get him.
You're all right.
So, I didn't even find him right here. I was out by 2,000 flushes.
Yeah, we didn't have service or anything, so we had to come
And so
in.
we had to come over here until we got service.
Okay.
And as soon as we got service, we called.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling, guys.
you're welcome.
Again, that's what we've got. This year's baby.
It's a little one.
Yeah, it's a male, skinny as can be. Just probably hasn't eaten in a week and a half.
Yeah, well that's...
And so it's real close to dying. So let's get him back. And
I
we'll see.
gave him like a little bit of water, because he looked thirsty. So he was like drinking it. So I was like, okay, good.
He was actually like drinking. Like he was just pouring right in front of us. But yeah, I was out with my other friends, and they're like, just leave it. And I was like, no, like it
already. So. What? He was talking to.
Yeah, well, I've been rescuing these for over 50 years.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing, is rescuing. Well, we'll get him taken care of, guys.
Is this an eagle?
This is a golden eagle.
Okay, cool.
And you want to get them a flyer, Sue? And
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get it put in. And then you grab the flyer. It has our contact information.
Okay.
Okay, sweetie.
Hold your face up. Yeah, let's hold up one second.
Okay, little boy, here we go.
So yeah, just dispatch has his number, so they call him.
Okay, yeah, we just didn't. No, we called the animal control, but they were closed at 6, I guess. So.
Yeah. Yep. Got a little male golden eagle, this year's juvenile. Probably 12, 13 weeks old is all it is. It was the guys that found it about 3 or 4 miles from here, out on the desert, where they were recreating. I have no idea what they were doing, but they were out there doing something, maybe target shooting or something. And there's no cell phone service out there, so they put the eagle in the back of their car and drove it out here to Highway 56, where they get cell phone coverage. So that they were fortunate they didn't get grabbed by the eagle. Though, to be honest with you, the eagle doesn't have a whole lot of strength at the moment. And now we're heading back to the rescue center and see if we can save this eagle's life. That's the goal.
if it comes to apex predators, these can be dangerous to work with, especially something the size of an eagle. And so if it's a large predatory bird, if it's an owl, if it's a hawk or a falcon or an eagle, by all means, please don't try to pick it up yourself. The talons are absolutely razor sharp and they can injure you. And one of the hardest things that people don't understand is, even this falcon, even though its talons are not nearly as big and powerful as an eagle, those will puncture all the way through your hand. And so they get this puncture right into your hand, and these basically puncture into the bowels of the animals they feed on, and so these talons are covered with really, really nasty bacteria. And so you get a puncture wound from a bird of prey like this, and you can get an infection that literally could cause severe injury or even death with some of the bacteria that can get into your system from these talons. And so please, please don't try to pick them up. Um, call your local police dispatch. Don't call 911. 911 is for human emergencies. They get mad at you. But you can call police dispatch. You can call your local wildlife rescue center. You can call your local game warden to get someone that has the skills and expertise to handle these animals.
Okay, let's get our little friend out here. Hi, baby. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a good sign. It's willing to fight a little bit. Here's my little boy. Hi. Hi, sweetheart. Okay. You are just a baby. Your feathers aren't even full grown.
Not hard pinned yet, huh?
No. Can we get it down there, huh, sweetheart? Oh, yeah. Let's get down there. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. That's my baby. I know. Okay, sweetie. Shh. Let's see if I can get some food down your tummy here. Yeah, you're willing to fight a little bit, aren't you? There we go. There's one. There's two.
Nice.
You need that, huh? Okay.
He's hungry.
Yes, he is. There you go. Get you a start here, sweetie. Yes, get you a little start. Here we go. That's my boy. That's
Still
my
got some
boy.
baby down.
Yes, no, he's just a baby. He's doesn't have his feathers all the way grown, and he really should not have been separated from mom. But obviously he got separated. Huh, you got separated. You did. Okay. That's my boy. There you go. Yeah, that's my boy. You're okay. That's my baby. Oh, that's good, boy. That's a good little boy. Yeah, you need a meal desperately. So you got some fluids in you? Yeah. There we go. We got you in time, I think. I think we got you in time. We did. Now, I know this looks like a lot, but this is just a very, very small meal for him. And we're going to feed him one more time this evening, probably about 10 o'clock before we go to bed. And And then hopefully by tomorrow morning he'll be eating well enough that we'll be able to. Your mouth enough to get this in? No? Yeah. He'll be eating well enough that we'll be able to get him feeding himself. We'll get you put next to Scout. Okay. Wonderful.
Martin Tyner, founder of the Southwest Wildlife Foundation of Utah, is a federally licensed wildlife rehabilitator, educator, propagator, and master falconer with over 50 years of experience.
The bald eagle's the tail. Oh, sweetie.
I always make this point, and it's extremely important. Eagles are large. Eagles are very heavy. Eagles are very slow to get off the ground. And if they've had a large meal like she did, sometimes they'll eat so much food they can't even fly. When we see birds on the highway, don't just assume they can fly away. And the number one injury to eagles here in Utah is eagles being hit by cars, and she was certainly in a situation where that could have been the case. So when you see birds on the highway, slow down.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're gonna go check on my newish little patient. We picked up a young golden eagle about 12 weeks old last night. Oh, I don't know, it's probably 8 o'clock or so in the evening. Really bad shape, starving to death. There he is. Oh, there's my baby. Oh, look at him. Look at my little boy. Okay. There's my little one. Isn't he beautiful? Hi, sweetie. How are you doing? You're up and going. You're feeling much, much better. Oh, that's great to see. So we've gotten a couple of meals in him. I've been up a couple of times last night. And giving him small meals and giving him fluids. Wow, it's good to see him on his feet. And he's just looking around. This is a nice small male. And what a beautiful, beautiful little animal he is. So I'm really grateful that he's doing so well for us. Hi, pretty boy. Yeah, oh, you're going to threaten me, are you? Oh, that's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. And that's what we like. We really do. We want him to be fierce. We want him to be defensive. We want him to be wild. That's the goal, is for this to be a wild eagle. And so, oh, I love this. This is wonderful. So great news, guys. Our little eagle is coming along fine. He doesn't even have his feathers fully grown in yet. He's got enough feathers that he probably took his very first flight in the last couple, 3 days is all. And somehow got separated from mom. So we're really glad to see that he's on his feet. I'm going to get a little bit closer. Here's my pretty boy. Oh, and look at that pretty, pretty boy. There's a pretty boy. Oh, see this? This is terrific. A little bit of posturing. He says, if you come any closer, I'm going to hurt you. Oh, how wonderful is that? What a great morning. Sometimes it's hard to get a good night's sleep when you've got one of these guys in that is in such poor condition. You don't know if they're going to survive or not. And that seems to be far too often the case. What a dear, dear friend. Yes, you are. You are a dear friend. What a beautiful little animal. Well, guys, that's our newest patient. Our newest golden eagle. He'll probably be with me for about a month. We'll probably get him released sometime in August. So maybe a month and a half. He's got a ways to go. But it sure is wonderful to see him doing well. Okay, pretty boy. Well, I'm going to talk to you a little later. I'll come back in with some more food for you. Maybe if I'm lucky, you'll be eating by yourself, so we can just bring in the food for you and see if you'll feed yourself. What a beautiful little boy. Okay, well, come on out and close up the chamber here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful morning. The sad thing is we're just not getting any rain. And so let's see what I can do here. Now I've got a container here and we've got food for everybody. Hey, Scout. Okay, we have got quail. The quail is going to go to the Harris hawk, the peregrine falcon, and the red-tailed hawk. We have the quail here. We have got pigeons. And the pigeons, these are just domestically raised pigeons that are donated to us. And that's going to go to the other eagles and falcons that we've got. Oh, good. And then this is a jackrabbit. This jackrabbit was caught by Belle the Harris hawk last winter, and that's what's going to go to our newest golden eagle, because that's what they feed on. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead back and put this in the chamber with him. And if he eats on his own, I will be so happy if he eats on his own. Okay. Hey, my friend. There's my pretty boy. Look at you. Okay. Now we're hoping, we won't know for a little while yet, that he's got enough strength to feed himself. And so we've got this whole jackrabbit here. That's my pretty boy. I'm going to set the jackrabbit down here close to you. There's my pretty baby. Oh, it's okay, sweetie. It's all right. Nobody's going to hurt you. There you go. There you are. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Well, now he's got his food, and that's his breakfast. And if he eats on his own, wonderful. I don't have to force feed him any longer. We'll get a big bath pan of water in here for him, and we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and get out of here and give him some peace and quiet. Hopefully he'll feed himself on his own. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you guys. I doubt this is going to happen, but just in case, I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to leave the camera sitting right here, just in case he decides that he will go over and feed by himself. while I feed everybody else. So I'm gonna just leave you guys in the chamber, and maybe, just maybe, he'll decide to eat and you guys can watch him eat. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, guys. It was worth a try. See if he would, see if he'd come over and eat. But he's had 3 meals so far, and so he's really gotten a fair amount of food in him that we've both tube fed and hand fed. And so he's still very, very skinny, but he's not terribly hungry. So we'll go ahead and head on out and let him be in peace, and I'll come back in a little while with a big pan of water for him. And like I said, if he doesn't eat within the next hour or so, then we'll hand feed him and tube feed him fluids again. We're going to take a quick peek over here to our newest patient. I'll confess, I peeked at him just a minute ago, and he was having his first big meal feeding himself, and that's always exciting to me. And we'll try not to disturb him, but we're going to come in here and let you see that he's having his breakfast. Okay, just going to open it quietly, and hopefully he'll stay right where he's at. There we go. Hey, pretty boy. Okay. Yeah, oh, there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we step you off, pretty boy? Anyway, if you look carefully, you'll see there's a whole bunch of fur there that he's been plucking, and he's been feeding all by himself. That's a great, great news. I don't have to feed him, hand feed him anymore, or tube feed him anymore. Oh, how exciting. Okay, well, we're going to get out of his way so he can continue eating, and then I'll come back in a few minutes and give him a big bath pan of water, and we'll just kind of move on from there and let him heal up and grow and get another one released to the wild. So that's pretty exciting. So there you go, folks. That's our newest young eagle having his first meal on his own.